Thank you. We're going to have a very short program here. Councilmember Fry, could you come up and start our program off, please?
All right, so how is everybody today? Is everybody having a ball introducing themselves to the neighbors? All right. Good. You know, I was talking to an expert who actually hails from the West Coast today, and this is an expert in the real estate market and activity and population growth and excitement. And what he said to me just the other day is that this neighborhood where all of you are living right now is one of the most exciting, hottest places, not just in the city or the state, but in the entire country right now. And all of you are behind that. There's no doubt about it. There have been decisions that have been made and people that have been invested in this community over really a very long period of time. There were pioneers from the very beginning that made this area right here the neighborhood that it is. And, not to mention we've got, two wonderful individuals in both in Kevin Upton and Tom DuPont, who deserve quite a bit of credit getting this started, as well as Michael Rainville. And all of the different sponsors of this event. And, I'm sure everybody's seen a whole lot in the news recently regarding policing and police conduct and how it works with the community, how it doesn't work with the community. Well, this is community policing really done at its finest. I have Officer Wang, and I shouldn't even say Officer, Elliot. I have Elliot's phone number, his cell phone number, in mind right now, and the ability to contact them at a moment's notice is really something extraordinary that we should all value, and it's in my opinion really worth contributing money for. This neighborhood, while it's growing, there's something that we want to make sure that is retained, and that is the ability to age in place. And when I say aging in place, I'm talking about everyone. I'm talking about having the ability to graduate from college and find an affordable place to stay. And then after you make a little bit more money, maybe you upgrade, and then you have a family and expand in square footage. And then maybe you become an empty nester and you downsize, and then eventually you need some extra supportive and helping services. And we want to make this the neighborhood for absolutely everybody, and I'm really proud to say I think it's becoming that way. Just across the river, about an hour ago, in fact, we did a groundbreaking on the very first senior specific affordable project in the last 25 years, the very first groundbreaking, so everybody can stay in the neighborhood that they've grown to love. This is so I won't go on forever, but there's a reason that you all are here, and it's because you care, and I just want to thank you for that effort and for that caring. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Jacob. So a couple of housekeeping items here. My name is Michael Rainville, and we want to give a big round of applause to Chef Doug and all the staff here at Vic's are helping us tonight. Thank you, Doug, Derek. Thank you very much. When you leave, there's some swag bags from Spot Boutique on the table in the back. In the room next door is a silent auction item. That's going to close at 6:15. There's been some generous donations from the business community, some great bargains. So get over there and check out the silent auction item before 6:15. Phyllis, could you say, this is your state representative, Phyllis Kahn. Could you come up and say a few words, please? Thank you.
I'm Phyllis Kahn. Welcome to my legislative district. It's a great place, and this is a great place in it. And as you see, I've survived the session, if barely. I have lots and lots of negative things to say about it, but hopefully we'll get an agreement in a week or so. The one thing that Governor Dayton did learn from Governor Pawlenty is don't, in an absolute fit of pique, call the session at 12:01 a.m. on Tuesday. So at least we don't have that facing us now. So again, thanks everyone for coming here. We really appreciate what Elliot does, really appreciate what Patrick does, and Victor and all the people who have worked so hard for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Phyllis. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Inspector Kathy Wade. And for all of you, before you leave, you have to come up to Kathy and tell her how much you love, admire, and respect Elliot Wang, so she keeps him here on the beat. Inspector Kathy Wade, this is your precinct. You're the boss. What do you got to say tonight?
we need to start bidding on that silent auction. It's my favorite part. Next to having the opportunity to visit with so many community members. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. This is a rare occasion for police officers to intermix with people outside of walking a beat or being in a squad car. And as I said last year, the relationships are really important to us, and having this opportunity to meet with the community is really critical for us. We don't have the opportunity to visit with people as much. So you'll see some blue shirts out here. If you see somebody with a badge, stop them and have a conversation. If you see somebody out on the street, an officer, do the same thing. Give us a wave. You know, it's really nice to be so endeared by a community like this, and it's not something that we always experience, depending on the news media and what might be happening out in the community. So we cherish these opportunities. Officer Wang does a fabulous job. Give a hand to Officer Elliot Wang. Yeah. How come Elliot never has to say anything? Next year, we'll get him working on that now. So again, thank you all so much for coming out. I appreciate your thoughtfulness and you taking the opportunity and opening up your hearts and your wallets. And thank you again.
Thank you, Kathy. Tom DuPont, the president of the Neighborhood Association. Tom?
Yeah. Thanks very much. I'll make this really brief. I have a business in the neighborhood, and I live in the neighborhood. And we have all these great neighbors in the house. We have the police in the house. And it all kind of works together in that it's a great place to live. You feel safe. You can run a business. It's really a pretty wonderful thing. And so to be involved in the business association as the president, I can see up front and very personal how well this thing works. So it is a great area. I love being part of it. And thank you so much for being here and for your generosity.
And Tom, if I could get you to give our award away. So this is the Ira Heiliker Award. It's in the spirit of Ira Heiliker, who was an early business pioneer down in the community. It was his dream to see the Stone Arch Bridge open, to see residents on Main Street, and I know he's very pleased that this all happens. But Kevin Upton, could you come up and we would like to honor you. Tom?
Thanks so much. Okay. You got to do what Mike says. Okay. But anyway, this was a real no-brainer for our organization to present this award to Kevin. This guy's done a lot. He's raised money. He goes out. He sells tickets. He gets involved in the community. He's just a great guy. So let me read this for you. The Ira Heiliker Award in the memory of Ira Heiliker, a family man, friend, and community supporter who lead by example as he worked, lived, played, and worshiped among us. The Northeast Business Association recognizes Kevin Upton for all of his contributions to the success of our community. Kevin, we thank you for your leadership. Congratulations.
So the first year we did this, I was sitting at the Business Association meeting and they were talking about having this fundraiser. And I said, I'll sell raffle tickets to the residents. One of the business owners said, nobody in the neighborhood cares about the neighborhood. You're not going to make $1. So I bet him double or nothing. We sold $1,000 worth of raffle tickets to residents, got another $2,000 from Gabriel Jabor. I think this is not for me. This is about the way the residents and the businesses work together in this area. I thank you all. We'll be back next year. This year we have now raised over $9,000 from the residents. That just means next year I'm going to ask for 10. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. So, maybe Kevin, if you could come up and help, and Tom, let's draw. We have some great door prizes here for everybody. What we're going to do is draw the name and announce it, and we're going to write it down here and come up and claim the prize. We want to do this quickly so you can get back to the food and beverage. So why don't we just start this? Vix is donated generously a $100 gift certificate. So the first prize winner will be from Vic's. And Kevin, why don't you announce the winners' names?
Patty Plotz. Patty. Raj Pilar. Raj. Last name Burton, Pinnaburton. Matt Spector. Dustin Johnson. Kyle Watkis. Roberta Swanson. Laura Calhoun. Beverly Husso, another Cobalt winner. Hey, we got a lovely Minneapolis police cap here for Dave Reschke. Terry White, we've got a Lot Nyes gift certificate for you. Terry White. Now, Lund's gift certificate. Rick Greger, also LaRive. By the way, Cobalt set a record for ticket sales this year, so your quota is going up next year.